This is your daily market recap for Tuesday, February 8th, 2022. Let's go. This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is my stock, Bitcoin, gold, and silver daily market recaps. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you. This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the Trading Agent, and this is your daily market recap for Tuesday, February 8th, 2022. Let's get into it. I'm gonna start off here on the Twitter, my Twitter account. I just started this as of I think December 2020. I'm posting my live trades here as well. If you're not in the Discord room, give me a follow. Again, I'm talking about what I'm seeing, dropping the videos. I mean, it all coordinates and works together flawlessly. Again, if you are a subscriber and you're not in the Discord room, I don't know what you're waiting for. Again, you can always hit me up privately if needed, or come into the room and just chat. I mean, I'm here to help. Everything is just it's an education and helpful place to get information about trading. And if you're not sure about something, please don't hesitate to ask, because worst case scenario, I'm busy, I can't help you, but someone else might try to. We got friends and family in here. So let's jump into where we always start, Pinky, before we take over the world. Bitcoin broke the downtrend. We talked about this very clearly. Broke the downtrend. Now we've drawn our Fibonacci's. Looks like it's going higher. I mean, you just keep it that simple. At this point, there's really not much to say. I mean, raise your stops if you're worried about it. Here is the hardest thing about trading is you hope that there's always just one bottom, but the reality is there could be a double bottom. There could be a retest. I mean, here's a bottom down in May. He had a pop. Wasn't a trend break, but the trend break actually, let's draw it. So again, let's do some live work. I guess you could, I mean, it's easy. I guess there you go. There's your trend. But notice what happened like a month later. It came back. That is always possible. And that's what people, again, I can tell who's traded a long time, who's not, because people who just anticipate V bottoms. I like the W bottoms, like the head and shoulders bottoms. That's the kind of stuff that I really like, because I know it's ironed out weak hands. I mean, not ironed out, shaken out. So if you're a Bitcoin buyer in the low area, congratulations, golf clap. Well done. I would just keep an eye on it and raise your stops, and also know what would happen. What would you do if it pulled back, say, to the 33 to 35,000 range? If you have a plan, good. If you don't have one, hit me up. Let's talk about it. Again, you can see it intraday. Oh, that should be the hourly chart. Boop, boop, ba-doop, ba-doo. Man, I hate when this stuff doesn't draw itself and doesn't save. You got to like the breakout with volume. We talk about, wanting volume. Let me just zing-zang in real tight. You know what zing-zang is. Good for you. Notice how when we broke the downtrend, we had volume. Like, that's the kind of stuff. I mean, again, on the daily, it doesn't look that great, but that's why you got to use all time frames. I tell people this all the time. Like, if you were just trading from one time frame, you're crazy. I have a computer with 12 monitors. I want to see every time frame. I want to see the time frame of the Qs. I want to see the time frame of the SPY. I want to see what the futures are doing. I need to see it all because it helps paint the picture. So notice we broke the downtrend with volume. I mean, you can see it on the hourly. I apologize. This usually saves, but it didn't. You can see it real clear now. Hopefully you can, man, Jesus, the arrow is freaking huge. Yes, you can see that. Can't miss it. All right, we're done with Bitcoin. It's pissing me off. You know what to do. Have a plan. Hit me up if you got any questions. Let's get into it. TLT, we've been talking about this. Like the market doesn't like higher rates. Well, what did we say? If we broke this 130, was it 8 area? Could come back to 136. The only saving grace for bond bulls, meaning TLT bulls, mean lower rates. Today's action was what? Please leave a comment in the section below if you know what this is, because I'm gonna start testing people, see who's watching, because there's some things that are going on in these videos where, again, I don't mind you asking me in person, but I'm like, hey man, if you watch the video, I answered your question. That is indecision after a big move down, and big meaning relative to the bond market. We went from, I think, 1.3% on the 10-year to almost 2% now, 1.95. Do the percentage. That is a monster move. Just keep an eye on it. Let me finish off. I'm moving too quick. I'm trying to keep these videos short. Just have in your mind, when the CPI comes out on Thursday, just watch this 136. Watch this like old back test trend line, whatever you want to call it. That's what I would do. Just keep an eye on it. It's not rocket science. I would just be aware that if the market gets higher rates, I'm not a fan of tech, and if we get higher rates, tech is going to get pulverized. We'll see what happens when it gets there. I know people making bets now to kind of get in front of it, but let's see what happens. The dollar, we talked about identifying the high. We talked about the 100-day holding. Now you're under the old trend line. I would call this a compression. I like when the trade's real binary. I know people love binary options, by the way. Good stuff sometimes. Get back over the trend line, bullish. Get below the 100-day, bearish. I know there's a spread of 15 cents, but guess what? If it breaks below, it should go lower. Breaks above it, it goes higher. I mean, is trading got to be that easy? Yeah, it can be. Do you want to make it difficult? I don't know. You could. Don't talk to me, because again, I've traded difficult stuff. I like high probability, easy to identify trades that when I'm wrong quickly, because I want to be losing the minimal amounts. It's really that easy, folks. Gosh, trading's not that hard. It's just everybody and their mom treats it like some sort of difficult gambling game. The VIX, what do we say? You can't go from literally crash, maximum crash kind of status, high 30s, down to the 100-day and not expect a bounce. You got the bounce last week, and notice what's happening with the VIX short term. It is coming right back to where it started, or the bottom, not where it started. So here again, here's some more binary stuff. I'm about, let's just put it about 99.98% sure at some point before the CPI number on Thursday, you're going to see a VIX in the 20s. When that happens, let's go from there. I will hopefully post a video. We can talk about it if you're bearish, bullish, whatever penguin, I don't care, cat, whatever you are. People can identify as whatever. If you are at this level, you might want to see what the market's at, because if it is, I would be willing to bet, because let's roll into the SPY next. The SPY is right at the downtrend. And if it's at the downtrend, what do we want to see? We want to see the VIX continue to kind of chop out lower in time, and the market can feel comfortable going higher. I did a video on this today. It's a really simple setup for the SPY. Wait for it to break the downtrend, or wait below it to get below the 200-day. And again, people are like, oh, that's a big spread. It's like 10 points on the SPY. And it's like, yeah, it is. But guess what? When it breaks up, it should go higher. If it breaks below it, it should go lower. I mean, if you can't wrap your head around finding the highest probability, if you're going to miss some points, that's not your problem. It's the trade identification of when it starts, because I got people shorting and going long in this area. And guess what? You're wasting your effing time. It's just chopping. You were playing the game hoping. I don't want to hope. When it breaks out, it should go higher. It breaks below, it should go lower. I don't want to play hope. I hate traders on hope. Let's get into those Facebook people, man. They're just relentless. They don't get it. They're hoping it comes back. QQQ, here we go. Talked about the downtrend. Did not like this candle. When you broke out without volume, again, we talk about volume. You can't get over the 20-day. Well, look what the Qs are doing. Compressing. Look at these 4 candles. I mean, they're literally the same size for the most part. Ranges of 361 high, 353 low. Oh, sleepy. So sleepy. You're trying to short the market. It's going nowhere. You're trying to buy the market. It's going no. Wasting your time. Again, play your trade, scalp, whatever you need to do, but just wait for the trends to break. I mean, I don't trust the Qs as much, because I know the volatility can pick up on the Qs pretty quickly because of the action. We'll get into Apple shortly, but I would, just to be safe, I know this is, again, a lot of points, but you just need to get over all of this mess, this whole resistance. Think of this as an army of resistance. The 200-day is a big general. The 20-day is a lieutenant. This downtrend is clearly the frontline squad that could get mowed down, because it got mowed down before. Wait for it to get over it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, folks. Anyone who's trading UVXY with me, congratulations. Anyone who's shorting in the 20s and 19s, I told you this thing was going to get pulverized at some point. 20, 19 down to 13, not a bad trade. I have some that I'm holding long term, but the biggest percentage of my trade is gone, because if the VIX does spike, I'll just reshort the thing. It's really that simple. Gold. Again, did a video alert on this. Said get over the 20-day. Yesterday we closed above it. Now the volume, sus, not really great, but you know what I see? A low, a higher low, and a higher low. Call me, longer term zooming out, I think it's a bull trend. And then you look at the monthly and you go, what is going on, Dan? Yeah, that's a big ass cup and handle. Are we breaking the downtrend? I think so, but what do you see when you zoom in? Again, leave a comment in the description below, or leave a comment, leave a description, or leave a comment in the comment section below. The 20 month. We need to get over that. I think the trend is broken, but we're not. If we don't have volume, then I need to get over this 20 month. It's really that simple. Again, if you are following, please leave a comment. I'm trying to see who's really paying attention, because there's a lot of people watch 2 or 3 videos and then come to the Discord room, they got questions. I'm like, hey man, did you make it to the part on that stock? Ooh, missed it, bro. Didn't see it. And it's like, yeah, I don't mind repeating myself, but it'd just be cool if you actually watch the video versus having to ask, you know. I don't mind helping, but geez, it's like the answers are right there. Take 10, 15 extra minutes to study the markets. I'm literally giving you the answers to what I think is going to happen next. Silver, we talked about the no-brainer buy zone. Congratulations if you bought and you had the cojones. I mean, if you look out on the monthly, I feel like a broken record. Every couple days we talk about this. It's like we are at important support resistance in blue. It's the 20 area. It's $21 an ounce on the spot price, 20, whatever. It seems like we've now cleared over it and we're back testing and just chilling. This is a good launch point. This is where, again, you buy low, sell high. Remember I was talking about Bitcoin 10 minutes ago, talking about, hey, don't be surprised if something retests before it goes higher. This is the retest. This is the low, you know, the high probability retest. If you can see that, okay, now the bottom is confirming, you can buy a lot with a tight stop. When it's the first bottom, you just never know. So, sipping on some coffee because this is intense. Leave a comment below on this, because I have forgotten to do the GDX and GDXJ the last 2 videos. People keep asking, hey, did you do that? I'm like, no one reminded me. You know, not people kept having. I looked through the videos and was like, oh man, I haven't done the GDX, damn it. And no one said a thing. That says a lot. Again, I don't care if you don't watch the videos. I'm just trying to help you out. Where are we at? Let me update this chart because I think it's real clear. We have a buy zone now in this area. And if you bought down in the 29s where the videos we talked about, man, if you bought the nugget too, thank you. Pat myself on the back. Because you got the nugget at like 40. I mean, we're getting in the 41, 40s area. I mean, I guess it didn't really get I mean, you got the 41. Yeah, 41. Bought some back here in the 40. Wow. I mean, again, it's the leverage GDX 3 times. What do you see here? I mean, you tell me. Like, again, post in the comments. Like, what do you see? Come to this room and be like, what does this look like to you? Does this look like a big-ass chop base? Zoom out on the monthly. Do you want to buy at the lower end of the trend or the channel bound? Look at where the freaking GDX is and compared to the IPO. Gold is at 18 something, and this gold in 2006 was not. Just throwing it out there. Throwing it out there. So I'll start trading. I'm telling you, man, everybody wants to get rich quick, and some people do, and then some people blow out. And you want to know the probabilities of who blows out and who gets rich. You know what it is. Most people aren't rich. And again, I mean, I'm lucky to be doing this, but trading's not easy. There's times where there's drawdowns. I learn a little bit about it. Every year I continue to trade. I learn more and more and get better. That's the goal. Get to the NBA, get to the big show. Don't get there overnight. GDXJ, same thing. I mean, this is the buy zone. I mean, you have to identify it. And this is what people don't ever see in trades. Like, they don't see these hard bottoms, these pain in the ass, long, drawn out bullshit choppiness. I mean, it's not. Notice how this was like led to now their down move. Notice what's happening here. Like, we're getting, like, you can see somebody's buying it down here. You got volume. It's just a matter of time. That's how I think of it. Again, call me an idiot. I don't care. I know I can't lose. You're not going to lose hard by buying down there, especially if you got to stop and you have a plan. KL, we talked about this in the previous video. This was a bear trap, bounced up, hit the 20-day, chilling out. I'm going to try to speed up so we can get people on their way. AG, we talked about, man. If you bought this in this green or this blue zone bottom, freak, man. In the under 10, I said under 10 at any point. Now we're up at 10.78. Golf clap, thank you. I mean, now you're at the 50-day. Again, I would not be surprised at some point we're hitting this upper channel at 11. If you bought 9s and 10s, pretty good trade. I mean, I'm not usually into low, cheap stocks, but it's a working. I think it's got way more up potential when the market is ready. PAAS, another one. I mean, we talked about this. Anywhere near 21s, it's just a gift, and now it's pouncing up, and you're up into 23. Could it get back in the 25, 24 range? I think so. Not a bad trade. Percentage wise, again, if you're scalping for points, I get it. Not that great, but You could have gone, as Donald Trump would say, huge. Could have gone huge here with a tight stop. I mean, imagine if you bought it at 21 with like a dollar stop. Dollar stop to make 4 or 5 points. Not a bad deal. Do that, especially when the probability is in your favor. Oh boy, people are on X. X is this like ultimate confuser. It's like people are like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, look at the monthly. We had the 20 month. It's been in a choppy, sloppy, big ass mo-fucking range. But keep in mind, it came from $4 to 30. Consolidation. In Espanol, consolidation, es primo. This is good. I love this. I mean, again, I don't like that I get stopped out here. I have to rebuy at the 20 month. But you know what? I'm glad I did, because if it ended up tanking, good. But guess what? It held 18 to 23. Another golf clap. Drop a comment in the description below. I'd love to see who's golf clapping with me, because it's a winner. And again, I think we're going to get up to this 24 range from there. I don't know. I do have a sneaky suspicion the market is going to pull back at some point with the CPI when the VIX gets into that 20 range. But let's just see how it does. Good old AMD, golf clap for the picking the high and saying get the heck out. Golf clap for some of the traders in the Discord room shorting this thing up in the 150s. Golf clap again. Dude, I like to say dude because I used to be a fishing guide, so there's a lot of you're duding it, dude, what are you doing? All that stuff. It's just imprinted in my mind for 20 years ago, and still to this day when I go fishing with people. It comes out on the videos. If we're at the downtrend in the 100-day, I mean, get over 130, maybe it can pop. I'm not a tech bull, but AMD is a good company. We'll see what happens. There is a chip shortage, but is it priced in? Let's get into the motherload of the Qs, because this is ultimately it's going to matter. The Qs I don't think are going to break down unless Apple does. Well, look what's going on. You got like this little flag up here. It's just chilling, 175 to the 50-day. Break below it and can go lower. I mean, ultimately, I try to explain it like this stock's market cap is bigger than all the energy market caps of every stock in the freaking world. Like, this is crazy how valuable Apple is. Does it deserve it? I mean, they do generate a lot of cash. What's the upside? I mean, hopefully they make better phones. We don't need to replace it every year. We'll see. I mean, the technology, how much better can it get? We will see. I mean, I want my phone to drive my car next, right? We will see. This one is interesting. Just keep an eye on it. Again, whatever this does, the Qs will follow. Just know that. Senior Micro Strategy, my man. We talked about this. This was so hard to pick the bottom. Well, when Bitcoin bottomed, what did we say? Watch the little flag. You broke it with slightly volume. What now? 20-day. Watch it. I mean, 460 gap seems very obvious. It will fill. From there, don't be surprised if it backdrafts at all. I mean, just don't have your brain wrapped around certainty. Again, especially if tech is dogging it, when meaning like lagging. Roblox, we told you to sell up here. We said watch the breakout of the downtrend, gazooms, like downtrend break with volume. Again, if you're this far into the video, you understand how important this stuff is. You can kind of just watch just to listen to the commentary. But you see the double bottom. This is the stuff you want to see for a bottom. You can buy this thing in the low 60s, upper 50s with a tight stop, because guess what? If it starts going, I mean, can it get back to 100? I like that. I mean, I'll risk $5 to make 30. Again, minimum 3 to 1. Minimum 3 to 1. Because then all you need to do is be right 1 out of 3 just to break even. If you get, again, I prefer 5 to 1 and 10 to 1, but you got to follow to find those those trades. I don't, they're not as, the miners ones were those kind of trades. I hope people pay attention to that. RIVN, this one's been a pain in the ass. We liked it earlier when you could buy it, bounced, buy it, bounce, gone. And at this point, it's dead to me until it gets over the 20-day, just dead. Tesla's another stock. It's just dead to me. I mean, again, it's breaking the downtrend, but no volume. Again, when you're in a channel, like this big, long ass channel, these downtrends are a little less powerful. I mean, we talked about this previously. Big moves takes time to consolidate. Notice it broke the channel and then went sideways. Still, good luck owning Tesla. We'll see what happens. I mean, if you're buying it near the 200-day, you're probably smart, but just have stops, please. Don't be that guy or gal. Facebook, I'm going to throw this in there because it's the people on Twitter are just, man, they can't see the bigger picture. Facebook has been on a monumental run. I remember this thing IPO'd and went lower. It went from $14 to $384. You want to buy it? Do you want to buy it? Oh, it's pulling back. Finally, a big red candle. Well, that actually looks like the end of the uptrend. What if it's months of down? Like usually it consolidated. Like wait for the trend line. I mean, wait for 185. I mean, dude, every kid I know hates Facebook. Their features and everything, how they have privacy, it's a mess. Kids don't use it. If the kids don't use it, then it means it's saturated and people are moving on. It's just that simple. Let's get into where are we going next. My brain throwing off with this one. PENN Gaming, we talked about. This one needs to get over the 20-day and hold. It's holding. Now it needs to get over the 50-day. Again, if you buy it at the lows and you're watching 43, not a bad trade. UTHR from Mikey Mike, who is in Breckenridge. Hope you had a good time up there, my friend. Got to get over 215 or hold the trend line. This is one of those trades, again. The longer the shit goes on and then breaks out, the bigger the move. Like, this is why it's worth the radar. We talk about this will not be worth a shit until it breaks over 215. And when it does, it probably has 50 to 70 points in it. At this point, it doesn't have gas. And if you don't have the gas to go, just leave it alone. EXPI. I've been trying to tell my brethren in the EXP. Again, I do real estate part-time for investments and friends, family, and in the Central Park, Denver area. Talked about, hey man, you got to watch this 23 zone. Even this I thought was a buy. Real estate, it's going to be crazy this spring. Get ready. Prices are only going higher. There's a shortage, and a good agent's worth his money, and a good company that does this is going to be doing well. XOP did a video on this today. Check in and check out. We talked about, man, this hammer. Beware, you don't want to retest highs at triple top. You know, they say there's no such thing as a triple top or triple bottom, which that's bullshit. It can happen. But this hammer was not very ideal because you want to close above it. And then, well, guess what? It didn't. So you got stopped out trying to buy the breakout. Now you're at the 20-day. Notice the 20-day support. If not, you might be coming right back down to here. Exxon Mobil, I've thought this was due to pull back. And again, this is what's so hard about picking tops is it goes from 57 to 83. I know oil is up in the 90s, low 80s or 80s, whatever. Check out the monthly chart. Identified the old downtrend. I would love to see it break out, back test it, then go. Because that would be because you see all this volume here? There's got a lot of people who bought in there. So, all right, we're finally to the end. If you have questions about certain stocks, just drop a comment. I will do a video for you, or come by the Discord room. I'll share a chart with you through my Twitter feed. Because again, what's great about stock or a little e-signal is boom. I can hit this Twitter button, it's not working on this computer, whatever. Yeah, I can hit the Twitter button, Twitter, Facebook, stock twits, immediately drop it. And so what I do is I take a little screenshot, drop some knowledge, information, boom. I appreciate everybody. Again, please subscribe. If you like the daily market recaps, live trade alerts, and educational videos, there's tons to watch. And on that note, do your homework. Be prepared. Market's probably stuck until Thursday morning. Just keep that in mind. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. For more trading knowledge and insight, click on the videos on the right, and also join the Discord room. Link is in the description below. If you have any questions, please stop on by the Discord room and let's chat. Thank you.